Introduction. God's copy has his power. Have you ever felt like you don't quite fit in, like you were born carrying something heavier, something deeper, that others can't quite understand? This isn't just your imagination, it's a calling. This video speaks directly to you, not to the crowd scrolling endlessly, not to those chasing the noise of the world, but to the chosen ones. The ones who have battled through storms, carried invisible burdens, and still somehow kept walking with light inside their hearts. What if your struggles weren't random, but proof of your identity? What if every heartbreak, every lonely night, every battle you thought would break you was actually shaping you into who God created you to be? You are not here by accident. You were designed with divine intention, carrying the very imprint of heaven within you. This is more than motivation. This is a reminder of your true identity. You are called not to blend in, but to stand out, to radiate light where there is darkness, to bring peace where there is chaos, and to love where love seems impossible. If you've been searching for meaning, this message is for you. You are chosen, you are marked, and your time is now. You are not here by accident. You are not here by accident. Your life is not the result of random chance or coincidence. Long before you took your first breath, God had already written your name into his plan. You were marked with purpose, stamped with a divine fingerprint that set you apart. That's why you've always felt different, because you are different. While the world may label you, misunderstand you, or try to fit you into a box, heaven has already declared who you are. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, designed with intention, carrying a spiritual imprint that no one can erase. This isn't about perfection. It's about identity. The struggles you've walked through, the battles you've fought, the nights you've cried alone, none of it was wasted. Each moment has been shaping you, refining you, preparing you for the calling on your life. You carry something sacred within you, a light that cannot be hidden. A strength that rises even when the world tries to push you down. You weren't made to simply exist. You were made to reflect God's love, to shine in places of darkness, to be a living reminder that heaven is closer than people realize. You carry the nature of Jesus Christ. You carry the very nature of Jesus, not to imitate from a distance, but to reflect him in the way you live, love, and endure. This isn't about trying to act holy or pretending to be perfect. It's about allowing his spirit to flow through you so that your life becomes a living reflection of his. When you forgive someone who doesn't deserve it, when you keep loving even after being hurt, when you choose hope over despair, that's Christ alive in you. Jesus didn't just teach with words. He walked through storms, faced rejection, and carried the weight of sacrifice so that others could find life. And now, that same strength, that same love, is pulsing within you. You weren't created to simply admire him from afar. You were called to walk like him, to endure trials with faith, to love with a compassion that breaks chains, and to rise again when life tries to knock you down. The world doesn't need another sermon. It needs people who live with his presence inside of them. That's you. You are meant to be a mirror of Christ's heart, showing the world what real love, real power, and real hope look like in action. Divine power is manifested through love, forgiveness, and kindness. True divine power isn't just about miracles or supernatural signs. It's revealed through love, forgiveness, and compassion. Anyone can be impressed by wonders, but the real mark of heaven is how you treat people. When you choose to forgive someone who hurt you, when you show kindness to the overlooked, when you love without expecting anything in return, that's where God's power shines brightest. Jesus himself didn't come to put on a show. He came to heal the broken, to lift the outcast, and to wash feet when no one else would. His strength was not about proving superiority, but about pouring himself out for others. And now you are called to do the same. Your life is meant to be a light in dark places, not by blending in, but by standing out with grace, peace, and mercy. In a world full of anger, bitterness, and division, your ability to carry love is revolutionary. It shifts atmospheres, it breaks chains, it points people back to God. So remember this: your greatest miracle may not be what you do, but who you are. You are a carrier of divine light, and every step you take pushes back the darkness. Trials, suffering, and opposition. The struggles you've faced, the heartbreaks you've endured, and the opposition that has come against you are not signs of abandonment. They are proof that you carry something powerful, something the darkness fears. If your life has felt like a battlefield, it's because you are carrying a calling that threatens hell itself. The enemy does not waste time chasing those who pose no threat. You've been targeted because you are marked. Think about it. Jesus himself walked through temptation, rejection, and suffering before stepping fully into his mission. His trials were not signs of weakness, but confirmations of identity. The same is true for you. Every time life tried to break you, you stood back up. Every time grief tried to drown you, peace found its way back into your heart. That resilience is not your own. It's heaven sustaining you. So when you face pressure, don't mistake it for punishment. See it for what it is, evidence that you are chosen, that you carry weight, and that your presence shakes the unseen world. The fire you've walked through has only refined you. The attacks you've endured are proof of your assignment. And the fact that you're still standing means your story isn't finished. You are given the gift of discernment and spiritual sensitivity. You have been given a gift that not everyone carries. A spiritual sensitivity, a discernment that allows you to feel what others overlook. It's why you sometimes sense things before they happen, why certain people's burdens weigh on your heart, and why you're moved to pray even when you don't fully understand why. That is not coincidence. That is God's Spirit working through you. Discernment is more than intuition. It's heaven's way of guiding you, of aligning your steps with a greater plan. While others may rely only on what they see, you are being trained to walk by faith, to hear the whisper of God in the middle of the noise. That's why your prayers matter. When you intercede, you are standing in the gap, shifting situations you may never even witness. Don't ignore that nudge. Don't dismiss that pull in your spirit. It's evidence of your calling. The same Spirit that guided prophets and apostles is alive in you, awakening your heart to heaven's rhythm. You are not made to move blindly. You are made to carry divine awareness, to respond with courage, and to act with love. Your discernment is a gift, and it's meant to change lives. Your mission is not to be glorified. Your mission was never about fame, status, or recognition. It's not about building your own platform. It's about building people. God didn't choose you so that others could worship you. He chose you so that through your life, others could see him. The true measure of your calling is not how high you rise, but how deeply you serve. Jesus himself showed us this. He didn't come to be praised by crowds or sit on a throne of comfort. He came to wash feet, to touch the untouchable, to sit with the broken, and to give his life so that others could find theirs. And that same Spirit now lives in you. Your purpose is to ignite faith where hope has died, to speak life where people only see despair, to love when it costs you something. Every act of kindness, every prayer you pray, every time you choose love over bitterness, you are carrying his presence into the world. Don't confuse humility with weakness. Serving others is the highest form of strength. You are not called to be idolized. You are called to be a vessel. Through you, God's love becomes real, his hope becomes tangible, and his light becomes impossible to ignore. The right way of living. Living the right way isn't about following empty routines. It's about staying connected to the source of your strength. Prayer isn't just a ritual, it's your lifeline, your direct conversation with God. Worship isn't performance, it's fuel for your spirit, reminding you of who he is and who you are in him. And his word isn't just good advice, it's your weapon, your anchor when life tries to shake you. Protect your peace, because peace is power. Chaos drains you, but stillness fills you. That's why solitude matters. Even Jesus withdrew to lonely places to pray, so don't be afraid to step back and recharge in his presence. Fasting is another key. It clears out the noise of the world and sharpens your ability to hear God's whisper. And remember, you weren't made to walk this journey alone. Surround yourself with people who burn with the same fire, who push you higher, who remind you of your calling when you start to forget. Iron sharpens iron, and the right circle will keep your flame alive. This is the lifestyle of the chosen, rooted in prayer, fueled by worship, anchored in the Word, and strengthened by community. Live this way, and you'll carry heaven wherever you go. Final message. The final message is this: you are the revival the world has been waiting for. Revival isn't just a future event or something that happens inside church walls. It's alive in you right now. Every time you choose love over hate, forgiveness over bitterness, and peace over chaos, you become living proof that Christ is real. The world doesn't need more empty words. It needs people whose lives radiate God's presence. When you walk into a room carrying peace, when you comfort someone who feels unseen, when you forgive what others call unforgivable, you are showing the world a glimpse of heaven. That is revival in action. This isn't about perfection, it's about surrender. When you let Christ live through you, ordinary moments turn into divine encounters. A conversation can heal, a smile can restore hope, a prayer can shift the atmosphere. That's the kind of power you carry. So stop waiting for revival to come from somewhere else. You are the spark. You are the light on a hill. The Spirit of God lives inside you, and through you, the world will know His love. Stand bold, shine bright, and let His presence flow through every part of your life. Conclusion. In the end, the message is clear. Every chosen one carries within them the very nature and power of Jesus. You weren't placed here just to survive or blend in. You were called to shine, to love, and to be a living witness of God's presence on earth. That means your life isn't ordinary. It carries eternal weight. When you forgive, you reflect His mercy. When you love the unlovable, you reveal His heart. When you stand strong in the middle of trials, you display His power. The world may not always understand you, but heaven has already marked you as a light in the darkness. You are here to show people what God's love looks like in action. This isn't about wearing a title or proving yourself. It's about living in a way that others can't help but notice something different in you, something real, something unshakable. That something is Christ alive in you. So remember, your calling is not small. You are chosen to bring hope where there's despair, peace where there's chaos, and light where there's darkness. The world is waiting for revival, but revival has already begun because it lives inside of you.